I'm Deborah Pietsch. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes to watch this video note. I figured I'd put this together to give you some information about who I am, what my journey has been, and what has inspired me to actually create Living Light Agency, which is just a part of another larger enterprise, which is Living Light Global Media Enterprise. Back in about 1986, I was guided to move to Los Angeles from Pennsylvania. I was 20. I thought I actually was moving to LA to be a cop. I had no druthers of getting into the entertainment industry, but once I got out to LA and started in meeting the people who I would be working with, I realized that really wasn't resonating with me. I ended up going into Hollywood to visit a childhood friend's sister. MTV had just launched. Production was just really starting to boom in a different way. One thing led to another very quickly, and I landed a job in the entertainment industry. About a year later, I did my first personal growth seminar, and I realized actually just recently that was 1987, and it was the harmonic convergence. It was in that personal growth seminar that I was really open emotionally. The facilitator is asking us, what are you here to do? How are you here to make a difference? And I had a very profound experience. I had a voice come in, and I saw some things, visions, and basically I was shown and told that the reason that the doors to the entertainment industry had opened so quickly was because I was here to bring forth the type of media that would be transformational, like what I was experiencing in this personal development workshop. And that completely resonated, and it has from that moment since. So I spent quite a few years working my way in production and producing hundreds of music videos and commercials and films, and didn't realize how ahead of my time I was as I was having meetings back in like the early 90s with all the right people about the wrong subjects. More, like about reincarnation and multidimensional living and yoga and empowerment and healthy eating, etc., and really wasn't going very far. So back in about 2000, I got the guidance to actually leave the industry and to go into radio. And that was at that time that I met Lisa Gar, who is the host of The Aware Show. She had just landed time on a nonprofit station. And so for the next couple of years, I had an awesome outlet and vehicle where I was able to bring in people like Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra and Dorian Virtue and Carolyn Mace and all these pioneers, especially back then, and do shows and seminars and all sorts of awesome things. But it was time for me to move on for various reasons, and it was back in about 2002, 2003, where I met somebody who was also ahead of his time in technology. And so I was introduced to the internet back then and what was going to be possible in a huge way. And I realized in that moment that it was the technology that was going to level the playing field for media and for conscious and transformational media to be able to get out to people, and not only on a regional basis but on a global basis. So I spent the next 8 years immersed in the internet, learning the landscape of the technology and utilizing multimedia and marketing and all sorts of things. And simultaneously also, all these years I have been on a very proactive awakening journey and have done just a plethora of workshops and all sorts of different modalities, and have had very, very divinely guided my own guidance as well, different things that I have done in order to get myself to a place where I'm feeling very balanced and in my power. And so everything is coming full circle at this point. Living Light Agency is one of the outlets that we can support people who are also here to empower and awakening and different things on the planet, to conversations, a relationship with ourselves, loving each other, being much more at one with the planet and all of the inhabitants of the planet, and really bringing it into a very grounded, pragmatic perspective so that we can utilize all the technologies and all of the different ways of being with regular business, as well as taking it to a much higher level as well. And when I say a much higher level, I mean actually utilizing some of the esoteric things like creating unified fields and sacred geometry and working with energy in a much more balanced way. So that has been my journey, and I am looking forward to, if you resonate with this, if you are potentially interested in consulting or being a client or being in a strategic alliance with us, I really look forward to hearing from you. We have an amazing team, and I am profoundly blessed to be surrounded by really amazing people. And so, again, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope that you are living your life and your journey in joy and love.